I'm Shadoe Stevens, and next, the man who's back in the top 40 after almost 24 years. In fact, the last time he was in the top 40 was early 1970, about 6 months before American Top 40 started. That song was Wonderful World, Beautiful People. It hit number 25 on Billboard's Hot 100, and it was his first and only top 40 hit until now. He now holds the record for the longest gap of time between two top 40 hits. Louis Armstrong went over 24 years between two top 40 hits, but the second came long after he died. But this man's very much alive and one of the world's biggest reggae stars. Now, if you're into reggae music, you might know some of his songs like You Can Get It If You Really Want and The Harder They Come, or maybe Trapped. The man who wrote them and sang them all is Jimmy Cliff. And Jimmy's back in the top 40 for the first time since 1970, thanks to this song from the movie Cool Runnings. It's the true story about the Jamaican Olympic bobsledding team. At number 36, Jimmy Cliff, and I Can See Clearly Now. I'm Shadoe Stevens, and this is American Top 40. This next singer has probably done more to spread the reggae beat around the world than just about any other artist but the late Bob Marley. Jimmy Cliff's from Jamaica, born in a village called Somerton near Montego Bay. He had his first hit in Jamaica when he was just a teenager with a song he wrote called Hurricane Hattie. And that got him a deal with Island Records, and Jimmy moved to Britain. In 1973, Jimmy Cliff starred in a movie called The Harder They Come about Jamaican life. And over the years, it's become a very popular cult film. It's still playing in movie revival houses. And the soundtrack from The Harder They Come is still considered one of the best reggae albums ever. It features all different reggae artists, including Jimmy Cliff, of course. And that album made him an international reggae star. He has a lot of famous fans. Bob Dylan called Jimmy's song Vietnam one of the best protest songs ever written. And Bruce Springsteen made Jimmy's song Trapped part of his live shows after he heard it in a London airport. Jimmy told us, "My role has been the shepherd of reggae music. Jamaican music paving the way. When they wanted to bring reggae to the U.S., to England, to Africa, they sent for Jimmy Cliff." And now he's back at the top 40 at number 30 this week. This is I Can See Clearly Now. This next singer sets a new record. It's taken him 24 years to hit the top 10. You might remember me talking about this last month. That's when Meat Loaf cracked the top 10. He ended a 22-year, 5-month wait between his first chart appearance and finally getting a top 10 hit. We also mentioned that Meat Loaf was 2 weeks off the all-time Billboard record set by Ted Nugent. Well, this week, Nugent and Meat have to take a back seat because taking over first place is a reggae star from Jamaica. He first charted 24 years ago this week with a song called Wonderful World, Beautiful People. And now 2.5 decades later, he finally gets his first top tenner. Jimmy Cliff, and I Can See Clearly Now. At 13, it's the recent top 10 hit for reggae legend Jimmy Cliff. He's just another one who always seems to be working out on tour. But when we got him to call in, we asked him how reggae music has changed since he started out almost 25 years ago.
I think reggae music has changed. Lyrical content has changed. For example, in the 70s, the message was very strong social and political message, reggae. Now I think the message is more on love, one love and that kind of thing.
Of Shadoe Stevens, they say it never hurts to take a shot. Take this next singer. Grew up in Jamaica and took his shot thanks to 3 Chinese brothers. Way back in 1962 in Kingston, when he was about 15, he recorded his very first song called Daisy Got Me Crazy. Pretty exciting for him. But when the studio owner only offered the kid 1 shilling, which is equal to like a quarter or 50 cents for the job, his enthusiasm kind of disappeared. Then he got an idea. On his way home one night, he passed a local store called Beverly's, a kind of place that sold everything from records to ice cream. 3 Chinese brothers, the Kong brothers, owned the place, and the teenager went in there and tried to convince them to pay for him to make his next record, one that they could sell in their store. He auditioned for them right there on the spot, and one of the brothers, Leslie Kong, was impressed enough that he went for it. The record they made was Hurricane Hattie, and it went straight to number 1 in Kingston. And that was the start of Leslie Kong's new career. He became a very successful record producer in the 60s. And the kid? Well, he soon became a local star in Jamaica and then the world. And 32 years later, that kid is now 47, and he's at number 18 on AT40. Here's Jimmy Cliff. I'm Shadoe Stevens, and next, at number 24, only the second top 40 hit for international reggae star Jimmy Cliff. I talked to Jimmy on the phone a couple of weeks back from the road while he was out on tour, and we asked if he hears more reggae influences in today's pop music.
A lot. I mean, I would go as far as saying it seems like there are no hit songs on the pop charts if there's not a little reggae in it. If you listen to everybody, I mean, from Prince to Michael Jackson to whoever, they all have a little reggae in their thing. Even some heavy metal, even some rock, But even now you're hearing it a little more.